As we saw from these two jokers here, self-control is in short supply. Both of them ended up facing criminal charges. They couldn't see beyond their own two cars, their own two egos, their own stupidity. If you think about the places where most of us are at our worst for being angry, for being confrontational, and for allowing tempers to take over far more than they should do so, it's something that happens to us every single day. And it's in the one place where most of you wouldn't think, behind the wheel of a car. In today's reality check, we're going to see how two gentlemen started one thing, it turned into something else, and the regret that followed was palpable. So as you can see from the genesis of this video, it's a very, very typical situation where ego and enthusiasm and anger and all the other things that kick into it come into play. When we're driving a car, we're not just getting from point A to point B. We're not just going on a holiday, going to work, going home, whatever it happens to be. We're driving a lethal weapon. Even a small car will pretty much wipe out anyone if you hit them with it. So when you get these big vehicles with these even bigger egos going into it, you're going to have issues when things go sideways. We've all been in those situations, I'm sure, where someone has performed a traffic maneuver, which is maybe less optimal. They've shot off in front of us without indicating, they've brake checked, they've done something equally stupid, trying to merge from the left, they try to overtake and cut into a line and they shouldn't. This is a problem, not because of what necessarily they're doing, but because of what this engenders in other vehicles and other people around them. How many times do these situations spiral out of control? Well, in this one, we can see exactly what happened with it. These gentlemen, in their insulated bubbles, their steel shells, where they're the king of the road, they're the commander, the captain of their starship, decided they were going to have this argument side by side at the junction. One of them wanted to let the other guy know exactly what he thought about him, thought about his driving, thought about his parentage, thought about everything. What he wasn't prepared for was exactly how far the other gentleman was willing to go. And this is such a vital lesson for us in any situation. You yourself may be prepared to defend yourself. You may think you're in the right. Hell, you may be in the right. But unless you know the level that the other person's wishing to go to, do not engage unless you absolutely have to. Why should I have to say this? Why should I continually, in these reality check videos, state what so many people in the comments are quick to tell me is common sense? I'll tell you, because it ain't common. It is not common at all. A casual glance on search results for road rage fight will yield thousands upon thousands of these people doing exactly this sort of thing for no reason other than they feel aggrieved. In this instance, the gentleman decided he was going to let his aggrievement be known, and the other gentleman decided he was going to show exactly what he thought of that agreement, and then he snowplowed him down the road. You imagine if this had been in a street with pedestrians or people on a sidewalk and a car get knocked off. You imagine if this had been near a ditch, the car could have got flipped. He could have pushed him into oncoming traffic. Any number of things could have easily happened here. These are cars. Statistically, the thing that kills more things than any gun, knife, or other weapon out there. Yet they're ignored because they're so commonplace. But the anger, the rage, the situations that arise as a result of these specific situations are all because the ego needs checking. We're safe, we're secure, we're enclosed in this car. It's a thing, yet we're so protective of it. We want people to know that we're a good driver and they're not. When someone does something we don't agree with, straight away we let them know. Sometimes with a little bit of a single finger salute, sometimes with a question to the parentage, but always with an unequivocal meaning behind our body language and the way we express it, and that horrible little noisy thing in the middle of the dashboard. But why? What do we gain from doing that? All we're doing is pointing out a transgression on the road. Is it legal? Is it ethical? Is it moral? It can fall into all of these. Speed limit's illegal, traffic signs illegal, how you merge, the rules of the road, they're all legal things. Ethics come along the lines of making sure you don't cut someone up. You don't necessarily go faster and try and overtake them. You don't try and cut in line. But why do we attach so much emphasis on these things? Why does it anger us so much? You're never going to see that person again unless you choose to follow them. You're never going to have any interaction with that person again. And if you didn't hit them in the car, there's no need to even worry yourself about it. What this offers us is an unparalleled opportunity to practice our self-control. If we can keep calm in the car daily when someone does things to us and we can just say, oh, whatever, he just cut us up, I don't care. That skill set transfers into the bar, into the street, into any situation where we get high stress, high adrenaline. Every day affords opportunities for training to make ourselves better at what we do, whether that's self-defense, whether that's fitness, whether that's martial arts, or whether that's just being in control. As we saw from these two jokers here, self-control is in short supply. Both of them ended up facing criminal charges. They couldn't see beyond their own two cars, their own two egos, their own stupidity, because there's no other word for it. This not only cost them some serious money and some serious legal considerations, it could have cost them their lives. More significantly, it could have cost other people their lives had this caused a pileup, a crash, or worse. We need to think. We always need to make sure that the decisions we're making are the right decisions, whether in the car, whether in the bar. By practicing this little bit of self-control each day, it goes hand in hand with our martial arts. We're supposed to be disciplined practitioners. It's supposed to make us better people. I don't see much evidence of that, to be honest. Can you be the exception? Step it up, guys. Thanks for joining us today. As always, please smash like that subscribe button down below. You can find me at Aftermath, the fight after the fight on Facebook, Aftermathmatic on Twitter, and Havoc Hound on Instagram. I also suggest you follow my dear friends, the Budo Brothers, budobrothers.com, the finest martial arts training gear and lifestyle apparel you will ever find. Thank you as always for joining us. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, do whatever you want, comment, critique. We don't mind. We read them all. And if there's anything you want us to look at on Reality Check, please let us know and we'll be happy to view that for you. Till next time, take care.